You can log in.
It's still not coming up.
I'm not even checking.
Oh, you have left it.
It's still there, it's not coming up. Still seeing send coming.
Okay. Kau bayar. Bawa ada.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. If you can hear me, just respond with your voice.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Yeah, good morning, everybody. It's our pleasure to welcome you to this session. We are going to be looking at P2P Wholesalers Training today. And the purpose of this training is to get us acquainted with the system. So I would like to welcome us one more time and go by way of introduction. So please introduce yourself. You can mute and introduce yourself. Let me pick us one by one. Mr. Olubenga Ajadi, please kindly introduce yourself.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Benga Ajadi. I work with P2P Business Systems. I'm the head of assurance and support.
Thank you so much, Mr. Benga. Mrs. Rose, can you introduce yourself and the premises you are representing? Hello. Okay, Pharmacist Rose, we cannot hear you. Let's go to Pharmacist Akishikwe. Kindly introduce yourself and the company you are representing. We want to get to know ourselves.
Hello. Are you hearing me now?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Okay, yeah, I'm the pharmacist, Dr. Mrs. Aduke Akishikwe, Accoltem Pharmacy.
You're welcome.
5 St. Michael Road, Port Harcourt.
You're welcome.
Let's
go to pharmacist Aliyu Abdul Karim.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, good morning. We can hear you.
Okay, I'm pharmacist Aliyu Abdul Karim. Yes, I'm pharmacist Aliyu Abdul Karim from Nahdi Pharmacy, Funtua, Katsina State.
Okay, you are most welcome, pharmacist Abdul Karim. Pharmacist Chizo Madweke.
Thank you, sir.
I'm Madweke Chisum, the Urban Pharmacy, Port Harcourt.
What is the name of the pharmacy?
The Urban Pharmacy, Port Harcourt.
The Urban Pharmacy, Port Harcourt. You are welcome. Let's go to Mr. Cyril. Introduction.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Cyril Asuku. I'm representing Network Business Systems Limited.
Thank you very much, Mr. Cyril. Mr. Akindoyi, GGH Pharmacy, can you introduce yourself?
Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
I'm Liya Akindoyi, the Superintendent Pharmacist, GGH, God's Glorious and Pharmacy.
Okay, you are most welcome. There's somebody here with TechnoSpark 5. You may not be able to hear us because your audio is not connected. Well, I want to welcome you this morning. My name is Pharmacist Abiodun Ajibade. I'm coordinating this session. And what we want to do in this training is to bring this latest solution to our doorsteps and how we can take advantage of it for our pharmaceutical services and to improve pharmaceutical supply in our environment. This solution is developed by P2P Business Consulting Limited, and it's a partnership. Is a partnership with Association of Community Pharmacists of Nigeria, ACPN, and ACPN at their retreat in March in Abuja adopted this system for it to be useful for all community pharmacists across Nigeria to be able to access pharmaceutical supplies from wholesalers and distributors. And the reason for this is because we found out that many community pharmacists have issues of getting pharmaceutical inventories in good time. So a solution of this form is to help us. So that is why this solution is brought to us. This morning, I want to believe everybody is able to access their accounts. Have you ever been, anybody that has been to their account before and you have seen your system? Is anybody here that has accessed the account before on their own? I'm already sharing a page here, which is a page of a distributor. Have you ever, if you have logged into your account, have you gotten to this page on your account before? If you have done it, let me just know. If you have not done it, I will give you how to get there now, because we have to use this platform to do our training. Pharmacist Sonia Adebimpe, I think I saw, or okay, I think she left again. Hello. Have we been able to get to that page before in our individual accounts? Pharmacist Rose, are you with us? Pharmacist Akishipe, are you able to get to that page we just shared now?
No.
You have not been able, okay.
No, I'm not.
Okay, do you remember your login details for this system?
I'm not sure I was sent any login details. I'm not sure.
What you would do for everybody that has not been there on their account before now, what you need to do is you go to pharmat.ng, and I will let you see how you will type the pharmat.ng.
Okay.
If you look at this screen I'm sharing now, you will see pharmat.ng.
Yes.
Don't put the dashboard, just put pharmat.ng. Okay. And if you click on that page, if you go to that page, you will, let me continue to share it with us. Once you get to this page, once you click it right, this is pharmat.ng. If you get this address, this is the page it will take you to. And once it takes you to this page, you come to login. And in this login page, you put your pharmacist email address, your pharmacy email address. That is the address of your pharmacy. If you are not the one that registered there, if you supply your details through the Google form that was sent. But if you registered it on your own, you have all these details yourself. So you just type your pharmacy email address here. Now, if you don't know your password, just come to forgot password and you put your pharmacy email address here. Once you submit, it will send a notice to your email how to reset your password, and you can put a password of your own in that page. And once you have done that, it will take you to the page that we just left. So to take you to this page, once I come in here, once I log in, it will take us to this page. So this is the page it will take you to, and you will see welcome and so your premises. We have been sharing some of the information before now that people should check all these details.
I never received anything. I never received anything. Okay, no. Yes, I've not received anything, and actually I'm on the road, so it's difficult coordinating things. Yes.
Okay, no problem. So what we're going to do is
later. Let me just go through.
So what happened?
Then
no problem.
Okay, no problem. When I'm going to, then I'll do it.
But okay, thank you very much.
That you also send all the links and whatever to me.
No problem. Now, what we are going to do now is for everybody on this system now, are we able to get to this page I'm showing us in our individual accounts? If you cannot get to this page, let us know so that we'll know where to start. We want everybody to be on the same page.
So please, I've not gotten now. In a few minutes, I'll be on the. We're not yet on the system.
Okay, you're not on the system.
I don't know if you can put us through that time.
Okay. I think what we're going to do is I will show you what to do, but the important thing is that is how to get to your page. For you to be on this particular call, it is because your account has been registered. So it may be because you supply your details through the Google form that was shared, or somebody registered you on this system. But however, if you have your email address, just go to that page, put the email address and click forgot password. You can reset your password and it will take you to this page. So after we have done all those, I think it is right time for us to get to the system. Now, what you have before you right now is how your system looks like.
Sorry, Mr. Jibade, I just want to find out, every other person on the system, have they been able to log on to this page? Because we have only gotten two responses.
I mean, have we been able to log on to this page? Other people, have you been able to get to this page?
Yes, I've come. Where is it?
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Do you have anybody that has got to this page?
In my own case,
for us to join, but I'm leaving there now because I'm in the pharmacy and we're working.
In the case of this pharmacy, we have been able to.
Good morning.
That I'm not with the details at present. But I saw the page yesterday.
You're able to log. Okay, you're able to get to this page. Thank you.
Yes, yesterday I saw the.
Okay. Now, what we're going to do is any information you need about this systemic challenges, there's a WhatsApp group already set up for this training. So please, all your questions, all your queries, please endeavor to channel them to that platform. And we can
I'm also not on that WhatsApp group. Okay. I requested
but
for
I think
it.
the account number, the phone number that was used for registration for the business is what we are using for everything. So if you are not on that WhatsApp group, so please send a personal message to the messages you have been receiving. We'll be able to put you on that WhatsApp group and we can be able to use it to help us as we go
maybe after this time I'll call you.
After this training, please, if you have not been there, we'll take you through. So I want us to go through right away now.
After this.
Yes, after this. So I want to call on Mr. Benga Jadi to introduce us to this system, and afterwards I will take off from there. Thank you very much. Mr. Benga Jadi, over to you.
All right, Mr. Ajibade, thank you very much. I would like you to stop sharing your screen so I can share mine.
Okay, thank you.
All right, good morning once again, everybody, and you're welcome. I would like to run us through the basic features that this system has to offer. P2P is an end-to-end supply chain solution that manages ordering.
They brought folic acid that day now.
P2P manages ordering from end to end, linking up retailers to distributors, distributors to manufacturers, as the case may be, and also makes it easy for you to be able to get the products that you need straight to your pharmaceutical store. And one of the benefits of this system to wholesalers is one of the key features of this system is the ability of the system to be able to run your activities even while you are not there. There's a major feature on this system we call auto response, which I'm still going to run us through. But I would like to run us through the system, at least from the basic, to just take it up from where Mr. Ajibade has stopped. I'll be sharing my screen now so I can quickly run us through the features in a few minutes. All right, I hope you can see my screen, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'll be logging in as two basic users. I have an account as a retailer and also as a wholesaler. But basically, I'll be showing you the basic activities of the wholesaler, what is expected of you to do. Now, on this system, every wholesaler, after onboarding successfully, there's a part of this system we call verification. I expect every user to be able to go to his profile, edit profile, and fill in every other required details. From the point of onboarding, we will have taken most of these details anyways, but details like payments, collection, bank account, you need to put in this information. For instance, your customers want to pay you, they need to know, our system could show the account number they need to pay to. So you might not really know the customer end to end, but if the person is trying to make a quote request, for instance, someone is trying to place a quote request for you from Port Harcourt, and you're in Lagos, and you don't need to wait for telling the person, okay, I need to send my account details. Already the system has a feature to allow you to show your account details at the point of making payment. Now you also have the option of turning off this feature. Maybe you don't want your account details to be showing on the system. There's a place which I'm going to show you where you can toggle it off as a retailer. Let me log in as a wholesaler rather. Bridge. Okay, now I'm there now. This is a wholesaler account. Now on this system, after you have updated your profile, there's a key feature we call locations on this system. For the fact that you have an head office doesn't mean you couldn't have multiple locations. You can have an head office where you have your warehouse and have your locations where you do your delivery. So our system gives you the privilege of creating your locations. So every location that you have where products can be picked from or can be the delivery is being done, you need to create them from locations. By coming to locations, it takes you to a list page where you see existing locations where you can now probably create additional locations. You put in your location code, your location name, your location address, premise license. This is very, very important. Everywhere you can see asterisks, meaning those fields are extremely compulsory. The premise license is one of the things that will make us to verify that, yes, this location is actually verified. It's having the right license to do business and also having the superintendent pharmacist number. Because every location, a pharmaceutical store or every location is expected to have a resident superintendent pharmacist PCN number that could be verified for that location to be good to go. If this verification is not done, that location will not be able to do business on the system for that period. So it's very, very important that we provide all this basic information while setting up all our locations. And mind you, any location not selected or not created on the system, our system will not see it as a location that can be picked stock from. So let me move on to users. So you can also create users and assign them to each of these locations. Now, currently, I believe you have users working in all these locations, and you can create them by just clicking on create, putting their full name, their email, their default location, and their phone number. The beauty of this system is that your users does not need to go and onboard themselves anymore. Once you create a new user and you put in the person's email address here, please ensure you are putting a valid email address, because a verification email will be sent to that email account for that your user to verify himself. And a default password will be sent to him, which he will quickly change. Once he logs in for the first time, the system will require that the person should change his password immediately. Now, there's a reason why we have default location here. The default location is, okay, this user, I'm creating Benga, and I want to accept Benga works in Ikeja store. You need to select Ikeja store as where Benga is working. So once I drop it down, I will choose the particular location where that user will be operating and doing his business. Then I'll put a valid phone number, as well as this feature called is called admin. Now on this system is a full-fledged user management system that gives access control to users. That is, I'm trying to create a user. This Benga I'm trying to create, is he an admin or a supervisor in that location I'm creating? Being a supervisor, meaning that there are some specific roles that you have access to. That is, you could probably approve transactions or probably make some few changes on the system. Now, but you as a major business owner, you have the super admin control to be able to manipulate the system, to be able to change all the settings of the system, to be able to determine how your business processes are properly defined on P2P, as it were. But if you choose a co-admin for a user, that means you are making this user a supervisor. And the only major thing that this supervisor could do is to approve transactions. If you are doing two-level for every document to go out of your system, that is, somebody creates, somebody else approves, you need to make the person that approves a co-admin for you to be able to do that. But if the person is just an ordinary user, all he just wants you to do is just probably generating documents, generating code responses, generating invoices, confirming payments, but these are some of the basic things that is given to the ordinary user who is not a co-admin. So let me quickly move to the aspect of document settings. Now, the document settings is what is very, very important for you to set this up. Now, let me tell you one thing. Most of the things we'll be doing under business setup are majorly a one-off thing. At times, it's only on some critical cases where you feel, okay, I've been working this way. I felt I would prefer it to be this way now. That's when you can probably come back and change the processes. Now, we have some documents here that the system uses to run its activities end-to-end. We have requests for quotes, pro forma invoice, order notes, invoice note, payment details, issue note, order request, order response, delivery note, receipt note, credit facility, stock adjustment, and price adjustment. Now, what this means is that these are all the documents that are being generated on P2P at the moment. But you, as a business owner, could set what kind of activity drives your quote request, for instance. What kind of activity drives your order note? That is, do you want, at the point of, let me select quote request for quote, for instance. Do I want, at the point of creating this document, do I want approval to be given to that document before it becomes a valid document, or that can now be transacted with on the system? Or I prefer it to be auto response. If require for approval is set to false, as it is at the moment, you are saying that once I create this document, it should automatically become valid and can be used for transactions. It doesn't need to go through the leg of a co-admin approving it, especially if I'm the one that's generating and I'm sure of what I'm doing. I can always toggle this as off. But if I choose it as auto response, for instance, on this system, the retailers will be sending quote requests to you. Now, the way our quote request works is that they might not necessarily know the quantity you have, they might not necessarily know the prices, but they want to generate a request. Okay, I'm sending this request to 5 distributors, different distributors, for instance, and I want each of them to be able to tell me the quantity that they have. For instance, I'm asking for maybe Lockman paracetamol. I want 50 units, but minimum of 40. So whoever has this quantity out of the 5 people I sent it to will indicate, okay, I have 50 that can fulfill this order, and I'm selling it for 500. Another person says, okay, maybe I'm selling mine for 480. Another says, okay, I'm selling mine for 550. Then I can now take the decision myself, and okay, this is what I will go with. But the beauty of this auto response is that me as a wholesaler, I may not necessarily be on my system every now and then to respond to every quote request sent to me. I want this to be automated. And for me to automate it, that means there are two key factors that can make this document to be automated, this quote request to be automated. That is, I must have set price for my products, and I must have also set the quantity. That is, when I'm doing my stock adjustment, I already have my quantity on this system. So if anybody is trying to make a request to me, and I have my price set, I have my quantity, once my products or the quantity I have can fulfill the order or can fulfill part of the order, my system automatically generates a response to that person. So I might not necessarily be there to say, okay, well, how many people have sent in requests today? For instance, they've sent in like maybe 200 requests. It will take a longer period of time for you to start attending to them one by one. But if your system is on auto and you have your price and your quantity set, the system sends in the quote response to them immediately. So the same way goes for this other documents like pro forma invoice. The pro forma invoice is when somebody sends a request to you. The pro forma invoice is the response they get, showing your price, showing your quantity, showing the location that will be fulfilling the order. And all you just need to do is to wait for the retailer to accept the pro forma invoice. In accepting the pro forma invoice, the system sends you a notification. Now, the system has a notification, SMS notification, and also in-app notification. The SMS notification telling you that a request has been sent to you, which you need to attend to, or probably an order has been sent to you, which you need to attend to. So that's how the document settings work. Because of our time, I may not be able to go through all of these document type one after the other, but those are the key features on as regards require for approval and auto response. Now, let me go to the issue of fixed period. In the aspect of fixed period, that is, I'm trying to generate a document, and I'm trying to tell them the valid period that this document is being used or can be useful, or that can be attended to. That is, I want this document I'm generating to be able to be attended to within 24 hours. So if I don't get a response within 24 hours, meaning that this document becomes invalid. And I can also suspend any activity. And this is where I put in my valid period, maybe in minutes. Okay, it's going to be maybe 60 minutes, maybe in 1 hour. Once I don't get feedback from the customers, then I can knock off this document as being invalid. All right, so suspend activities can be done to suspend your business if you don't want to be doing this part of the business anymore. So let me move on to business settings. In business settings is where I can determine as a wholesaler, do I want to show my price? Do I want to show my quantity? Do I want to show my account details? And do I want to be receiving SMS? So this can be set by us as wholesaler. Excuse me. So I'll quickly move to the issue of products. Now on this system, products are generated by the P2P admin. We have thousands of products, pharmaceutical products already on the system. And all you need to do as a wholesaler is to harvest this product or to add this product to yourself. For instance, if I go to add products, the system has a filtering module that can make you to filter for your product by searching. For instance, maybe I'm looking for Lockmal. Maybe Lockmal is part of my products. Now it brings in every product on this system that has Lockmal related to them, and I can add it to my product. And I can also search using manufacturer. Maybe all I just want to do is to have the products of drug field. Those are the products I deal with. I can now select them by adding, by clicking on the plus sign to add them. Once I'm done, I'll click on save. This automatically adds the products to my product. When I go to my product list, I'll be seeing those products I've added. Now, this meaning that these are the products I deal with. These are the products I do business with. So quickly, I'll move to partnership. In partnership is one of the key features on this system where you need to partner with anybody that wants to be doing direct business to you. Now, if I'm trying to raise a quote request, I may not necessarily be your partner, but the moment there's an exchange of transaction between both of us, I automatically be your partner and I'm able to place order to you using the order notes. I'll be able to be exposed to some things that I feel are probably for your partners alone. And those things that involve probably I have access to credit note, I have access to credit facility, and I can probably have access to some other key bonus or benefits that the wholesaler tends to offer. So what you do is that every user, every user on this system has a P2P business code. If you go to your profile and go to edit profile, you see your own unique business code. Now, this business code is what is being used to partner with the participant you're trying to do a partnership with. So is this business code, your partner will send it to you. Whoever wants to partner with you, send his business code to you. Then you go to partnership and you paste in the business code in here, which brings in all the details of the partner you're trying to partner with, and you can now save. Now, from pasting it, I can see the name of the partner, his email, his phone number, his participant type, and I can click on save. On clicking on save, what happens is that it partners with the guy, but we'll be waiting for him to accept the partnership. So the person has the option of either accepting your partnership or declining it. You can create charges, you can create discounts. That is, you want charges to be added to your invoice. Maybe you have VAT, you have some other charges, extra charge, maybe for package, for loading and unloading. All those charges can be created, and some of them can be automatically added to your invoice. At the point of create, you can make it compulsory, you can make it negotiable, and we also have a mode where you can be using percentage or an amount to charge your customers straight into their invoice. Same thing for discount. You can also give any sort of discount to your customers. We have pack unit conversion. Now, in most cases for those doing retail, they at times have reasons to change pack unit pack sizes. Even the wholesaler, for instance, the wholesaler buys a carton and he needs to convert it to packs. Maybe he sells in packs. He can easily do that on this system. That is, I received 5 cartons of paracetamol. I can convert it to carton. Maybe that's the measure at which I sell. Maybe I sell in carton, in packs. I could always do measurement conversion. All right. So those are the basic things that needs to be set as a business for you to be able to run effectively on this system, on P2P rather. So I don't know, Mr. Jibade, can I move into transactions? If there's no question, is there any questions so far?
Sorry, I also want to add quickly, that most of this setting has a preset. So once you log on to the system, there's a setting that is already on the system. So you can actually start doing business. It's when you want to customize your own business that you have to go to most of these business settings and make some changes to the setting that is already there by default.
All right, thank you, sir. Mr. Ibade.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Benga. Let me quickly make some comment here, and I want to also try to see if I can take the transactions. For every one of us on the system, just like we have seen, this is just a simple way to set our operations, and it is one-off. So once you set it now, you don't need to be doing it all over again. So I will implore every one of us, once we get back, let us go through all these business settings and be able to do what needs to be done on that page. Mr. Benga, let me share my screen.
Okay, sir. Let me go.
All right.
All right. Go ahead, sir.
Thank you very much. So as we have seen in that system, we have seen that everybody has power to set their business the way they want it to be. And I want to take on this aspect, which is about transaction. And this is what is most important to us. And for you as wholesaler on this system, there are 2 things you'll be doing. You'll be selling to the retailers, you'll be buying from manufacturers and importers. And once the importers, the manufacturers are on this system, you will also be able to use some of these features to deal with them, which means on this system also, you can use to buy from your suppliers, that is the manufacturers and the importers. So you as a distributor on this system, you have 2 people you are relating with. You're relating with retailers on one side, you're also relating with your manufacturer and importers on the other side. So at the end of the day, it makes you to sit down in the center, use the system to buy and use it. Now, for you as a wholesaler, most of the requests you'll be getting will be in 2 forms. Number 1, it will come in form of quote requests. And that is the buyer, that is the retailer, will make a quote request on what they want to buy. And once they make the quote request, what you will see is that you will see that you will be able to receive a quote request in your system. So I'm going to do one now. I'm going to generate a quote request from Alvid Pharmacy to this particular supplier we are using on this system. And then once we get there, you will see what will happen. For example, if a retailer requests for quotes for a product or for products from retail wholesalers, one, this facility enables retailer to send as many as 10 requests for quotes to 10 different wholesalers, which means the retailer will put all the products it needs in that singular request. And once that retailer set up this quote request, it will send it and publish it to several wholesalers. When it comes to you, you will receive it as a notification. So I'm making a quote request now to this supplier, and you will see something that will happen right now. So this is how the supplier, the retailer will be dealing with you. So once they come, they will just put what they want to buy. I'm already setting something up, and I'm going to send it right now. So once it's sent, it is going to be sent to a supplier that is going to help to fulfill this order. So this supplier of which you are now, you will see that there is one notification in this bell, this notification. So when any retailer sends any request to you, you will see this as a notification on your system if your system is open. That is why it's a working system. We should make it open, and at Intel, because it's an online system, we should always refresh our page regularly to see inflow of requests. Apart from the fact that you get this in-system notification, if you have set your business setting to receive SMS, the SMS message will also go to your phone, the phone number attached to this account, that you have a request for quote from social supplier. So when I open this request for quote, you see, hi there, you have a new quote request from Alvid Pharmacy. What you do is just to click on it. Once you click on it, it will take you to the request itself. This is the request that Alvid Pharmacy has sent to you. Alvid Pharmacy needs Afrab Loratine 10 milligram tablet, 10 by 10. I need 100, but I am saying if you have up to 50 packets, you can supply me. You as the supplier, what you will do is once you look at this, if it is something you have, you'll be able to respond to it. If it's something you don't have, you can afford to neglect it. But if you set the quantity of all your products on this system and you put a price on this system, immediately this request comes into your system. Once the quantity and the price of that particular item required is on your system, what happens is that the system will automatically generate, what do I call it? It will automatically generate for you the pro forma invoice, and the retailer can now receive the pro forma invoice at their own end. Sorry, I think there's a little system network error. So let me refresh this page. Hello?
Hi.
Hello, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yes, you can
Okay,
hear
I
you.
don't know at what point was I lost. I think the network went away and I realized that I could not connect again. At what point were you able to get to this page with me? The one I'm sharing?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. So once you get this request from a retailer, if you have the quantity and the price on your system, the system and you have put auto response, it will generate for you a pro forma invoice. So you don't even know somebody has sent anything. The only thing you just know is that as you do this, it will get to a point whereby the retailer will accept it and the system will generate invoice for you. And when they have made payment, your system will notify you that you have a payment, confirm in the bank, and you can generate their invoice for them. So once you receive this kind of an invoice request, even if you don't have any products stated on this system, once you just click respond, it will take you to this page where you will now put your unit price for this item as a supplier. So this particular item now is 700 naira, for example, per unit pack. That means it will be 700 naira times 100. That is 70,000 naira. You can see the value at this level. So it means you'll be doing this thing manually if you don't have your product set on the system and the price. Also, although you have the right to shield the quantity that you have from them, they will not see it, but the system has it working at the background and will be responding to what you have. The good thing about this particular approach is that it preserves the stock inventory of wholesalers. There are times people, when you put total quantity of what you have on the system, so people can use it to take away all your stock. Maybe there's a price change, and because the price has changed, you don't know, people will keep on buying different names, and before you know what's happening, they have taken away your stock. So we give you the power to hide your quantity on this system. Even though you have put the quantity on the system, they will not see your quantity. You can only sell, your system will be selling from what you have at the background. Your quantity is not revealed to the people. But for any transaction, the price must reveal. So the only thing you will see for any product you put there is that the people can see the price, and they can only see the price if they are partnering with you, if they are your partner, if you have exchanged your partnership code. So your price is not open to everybody. It's only open to a few people that you have partnered with. So if you don't even want your prices and quantity to be revealed to people, you can continuously use this response to quote to be doing your business. The only thing is that ensure that you put your quantity and the price of all the items, all the product of this system, you harvest them. And I also want to mention to Ross, this particular product list is large, but it's yet to be exhaustive. So we also expect people who cannot find certain product on this system and they have to be able to use the WhatsApp engagement to talk to us. We'll tell you how we can add those products to the system. So we are still adding more products. So if there's a product you have and you cannot find on this system, don't say you cannot sell it there. Just let us know, we'll define it on the system. Thank you. So immediately you do this one, then you go to submit. Once you click submit, the retailer will pick the response. You look at this transaction, say this transaction will cost you 20 naira. Just like we have said, there's no subscription on this system for you to use it. The only thing you do is every transaction on this system is paid for. And these are the way you'll be seeing the transaction. At the end of the day, when you are responding to an invoice, your total transaction cost may not be more than 200 naira as a wholesaler. So you find that the 200 naira may be just what you will use as a transactional cost to respond and to sell on this system. It doesn't matter how much is your value of inventory you are selling. If you are selling 1 million naira, it will still charge you at 20 naira, like this instruction. If you are selling 500 naira, it will still charge you like this. So we have made it to be flat rate so that it doesn't bring a big cost to your minimum margin that you use on your system. So when you are using this system, when you look at those transactions that are involved, you may not spend more than 200 naira to service one particular invoice for you to collect your money. So once I click yes, it will go. And it's asking me the question, if I want to supply this product to the supplier, where am I going to send the product from? So it means if I have 3, 4, 5 locations where I have my stock, I can say I'm supplying for Iwo Road. That is for this supplier. I'm supplying for Iwo Road. And on my system, because I have already established my different locations, I will now pick the business location is Worldwide Drugs Limited. That is the center. I'm supplying this product from. Then I will now go to submit. Once I click on submit, it will now send this transaction is going now because it has gone and it has said that coach response created successfully. So what it means is that I have responded to this coach request, but there is a place where the approver is waiting. And this is what we mentioned in terms of when you make your system to be auto response and you require approval. This means if you have your staff that are responding to this, they cannot go further except certain senior staff look at what they have done before it goes out. If you have some staff, if it is you are the one doing it, you can just put the auto response, it will just go straight. So at this level, just come to this view, then you will look at it, that this is what this product supplier is, buyer is requesting for. Then I just come to this point, I click approve. Once I click approve, it will now go. So for that transaction, it is taking 50 naira for you to respond to the coach request. So with this now, the buyer already will get a response. And the buyer, once the buyer gets a response, he will immediately respond to this request. And because the buyer has his own system in auto response, immediately it will send the response to the supplier. When you come to this level, you just see you have a pending invoice waiting for approval, which means the buyer already has accepted your pro forma invoice. And when you go to the invoice now, which is the second transaction you do on this system, the system already is there and it's telling you that you have an invoice and the invoice is already there. So this invoice needs to be approved. That's I come here, it needs to be approved because you didn't set it to auto response. Once it needs to be approved, once I click approve, it will send the invoice to the buyer. And the buyer now will now make payments. And once the buyer makes payments, the supplier can basically go ahead and make the supply. And let's look at it. Let me make the payments from my end here. So on these payments, your supplier can use, your buyer can use different methods to make the payments. They can pay through your bank, they can pay through your credit limit, or they can pay through your credit facility. Let me mention here, this system does not collect money on your behalf. Payment goes directly to your own bank account. The only thing this system takes from you is your transactional charge, which is a place where you keep small amount of money there to be operating this system. So once the payment has been done, you will get a notification that the payment has been done by your buyer. And once you come to this icon, you will see that another information will be waiting that High Algorithm Pharmacy has made some cash payment to your bank account, kindly approve it. So you will get a notification that the buyer has already paid to your account. So what you just do is that go to your account. If it's going to use this credit limit, you will go and see the payments instruction. If it is okay, what you just do is you come to this system and approve that this payment is accepted. Just click on accept. That means I have already paid and you have received the payment. And at this point, it means you have concluded one leg of the transaction. So the customer has bought, the customer has paid, you are now left to now deliver. In the course of the customer's requests, they have various requirements to fulfill, like how do they want to pick their stock? One of them is they can pick themselves, they can make the hauler to pick it for them. And in some instances, some suppliers also have their own logistics system in place where they use to supply their buyers. So the buyer is going to pick any of these events. And depending on what that customer has picked as the means of delivery, there will be an issue note that will be raised. And so once you go to this transaction, there's a place there called stock issue notes. This stock issue notes will be generated. It is waiting. This is the transaction we did this morning. And when you go to the view, you will see this is the stock the customer is buying, afrabloratin, 10 days, and the quantity will be stated, item quantity, it will be stated, this is how much the customer. Immediately, this particular is generated, you go and approve you approve the issue notes, the stock issue. And once this stock issue is approved, you realize that you are going to now let the customer be aware that their stock is being approved for delivery. And there is a QR code that will be generated depending on who receives this, is going to pick this stock for you. If it is going to be collected by yourself, the system will send a QR code to you, and you take it to the person will bring it to the supplier. Once the supplier brings the QR code, the system has a place where you can scan QR code. So it's a scanner. And then once this scanner is activated, it will now help you to do what? To be able to confirm the item they want to pick. And that is how they will pick the stock from your store. The reason why we put this one is to ensure that there's responsibility. Only the person that will pick this stock from the inventory of the supplier will receive the QR code. So people cannot come and steal stock from you, and you will not be able to supply stock of another person to another person. The QR code will identify the inventory, and in your own system, you already have that particular stock identified, and everything is done. And on the delivery notes, this system also helps us to do something to help us to pick the particular item that the supplier needs to supply. When you go to this scan this particular place, scan QR code, what it means is that in this QR code, it will help you to pick the item number, that is issue note number here. Once you flip the issue note number here, let me see. So in the list of this stock, stock issue note, once you use the scanner, it will pick whichever one is the item for that buyer, and you select it. Once you select it, let me just try and see. Let me select one, though it's not the one for this particular transaction. You select it. Once it is selected, it will now help you to generate the delivery notes. And the delivery note, once it's generated, what you will do is, number one, you can put the batch number, expiry date, manufacturing date on all the products. That is basically how you can respond to this order from your customers. And let me quickly mention one thing here. There is a place where you call sales order. If you go to sales order, it means you can place order, and this time around, it will only show when the buyer is picking order, it will show the quantity of stock available with this supplier, because you need to pick a supplier who's going to do it. So when you look at the supplier, okay, because this system, you don't have a supplier, and those suppliers are partnering with you. The retailer on their end, if they place order, they can definitely pick the supplier that will supply them, and they will see your prices, but they will not see your quantity. Are you getting me? They will see your price, they cannot see your quantity, but this is only for people who are already your partner. You get what I'm saying? So this is how this system operates, and I want to try as much as possible to pick some questions at this point, so that we want to be sure we are clear before we round up this session. Thank you very much. So, I mean, anybody that has a question, please, can raise up your hand. You raise up your hand and I will unmute you. Let everybody mute so that there won't be rowdiness in this session. So please let us quickly ask our question at this point in time before we round up this session. Okay, Chizo Madweke, please unmute and speak to us. Chizo, yes, kindly unmute. Yes, kindly unmute and speak to us.
Okay, sir. Okay, my question is this: if I have an online shop,
yes,
sorry, in store, an in-store shop where I also make sales, will it be connected to this? If not, because if online the quantity is 200 and I've sold in the store 100, if it's not connected, will it show?
Thank you very much for that question. You see, what we are doing with this system. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, then the second question is this. Is it linked? Sorry, sir, I'll go back to the second question. Just answer the first one.
Okay, the first question. What we have done in this system is that you can basically update your local system and this particular system by ensuring that each time you are receiving stock, you update on the two. What you are saying is correct, that if I have sold on my local system, what happens to my online system? What we are trying to do at this level is that, number one, we are going to also open up this wholesalers account for users. You can basically use this system to be doing your local sales because you can generate invoice from this system for your local transaction. That is possible. But two, if it's not possible for now, we are also doing what is called integration, whereby we will integrate this system with your local system, and that will need yours to talk to your software developer for them to connect the two. But what we are going to say next is that if you have your stock on this system, it will make you to respond to all your requests. And we can say that if it's going to be challenging for you to use the two at the same time, just put arbitrary figure on this system. You can actually delegate a staff so that at that level of response to quote, it will not be automated, it will not be auto response. They can actually look at it and they will process it in-house. That is, they will check your system and they will fix the quantity they can supply. Because there's a place you can actually change your quantity and the price. You can actually put it on every request for quotes in this system. So two things are possible. You fully migrate onto this system and use it for your local transaction and for online transaction. Otherwise, you delegate a staff that each time there's a request for quotes, they will bring out what has been requested, check the local system, fix the quantity that is available before they will respond to that customer.
Okay, sir.
I'm sorry, the third option is that you can also we can do integration. If we talk to your system developer, we can integrate and the system can synchronize the balances, the stock balances between the two systems.
Okay, the second question is it only your registered users that can access your platform? It's only the users who registered.
Yes, only those people that you have registered on this system as users, because this is your business platform. You are the only one that is sure of people that you want to bring to this system. So it's only your registered users that will put there, and you can also remove them there if they are leaving your organization. What's happened is that once you put the registered user, once you put the users there will be a mail to their email, which they are going to use to register, to be working on this system. All they need to do is to put password on that account and they can log in. And depending on the level of rights you assign to them, they'll be able to do it. So if you have some users in your organization, they can basically be doing that aspect of printing out the request. They can now go to the local system, look at the quantity they can offer, and they can put it there. And each time you are doing it, it will help you to be able to respond to the request of your buyers.
Okay, so I wanted to ask, your retailers, those like a wholesaler, my retail customers, do I have to register them on is it only my retail customers that were able to buy from me, or any retailer that registered on the platform from anywhere can buy?
Any retailer anywhere on this system can buy from you. Okay. Any retailer across the country can buy from you. But the only thing is that you also encourage your retailer to also come on this system so that it can make it easier for their transaction with you.
Okay.
And one thing there is that for those of them that you trust, you will now ask them to give you their P2P code, or you send your P2P code to them, and they'll be able to use it to partner with you so they can see your inventory prices. They are the only one that can see your prices. Every other person outside the customer that you are dealing with cannot see your prices. So anybody can buy from you, but it's only when you generate pro forma that they will see your prices. They cannot go to the system and say, this is how much you are buying before they buy from you. It's only your customer that can do that.
Okay, only those you give the access that can do that.
Yes, only those people that have partnered with you, they can see your price, even though they can still not see your quantity. So your quantity will still be your secret. So you can keep your secret behind. Once you activate, do not show quantity in your business setup.
Okay, and let me also add that in our partnership with ACPN, all community pharmacists in Nigeria are going to be on this platform, so they can buy from the supplier and they can buy from anywhere. Once they are a community pharmacist registered on this platform, and all of them are going to be registered, it means that you are visible to them because they can send requests for quotes to you from anywhere. Thank you.
Okay,
So
thank you, sir.
let's take other questions. Anybody with other questions, please signify by raising up your hand, and we'll give you the opportunity to speak. Any question at all, whether what we have spoken or things we have not spoken, there's something that is bothering your mind, you want to ask the question, please do it at this time. Any question? Pharmacist Akindoyin, do you have any question?
None for now, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Ifegbo, any question?
No, not for now.
It's clear, everything is clear.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So we're going to go to the next thing now, which is how do you set your system up? How do you start using this system? One thing I want you to know is that other features on this system will allow you to pick hauler. Maybe you are buying from your importer. You have a opportunity of picking your hauler. Then there's a place where you do price adjustments. When you talk about price adjustment, is a place where if you have a particular price on the system before, and you want to adjust the price, maybe the new price has just come. What you just do is that once you get to the price adjustment, you come to product code, then you come and pick the particular product. It's only the product you have registered on your account that you can do price adjustments. And let me also mention here, everybody has their own accounts separately. No other person can see your accounts. It is only people you are dealing with that can interface with your business. So a different wholesaler does not know what to carry because it is end-to-end encryption. So what you do as a wholesaler is all these particular items here are the items that this particular seller is selling on this platform. And these are the items. So each time it can go to select, you want to do price adjustment for Amatem Softjet by 24. Now, when you go there, you now pick by 24, that's the pack size. It will now tell you what is the new unit price. If it was before 750 and it's now 800, just come to 800 Naira and you add. Once you add, it will now ask you to go and save. So once you save, it will now be active on your system. Now, nobody can change your price behind you if you have put it to be approval required. So your staff cannot go and change price behind you and sell to the customer and change the price again. Anytime they want to do price adjustment, there's a need for approval. So when you are setting up your document raising in your price adjustments, if you are the one that will be responsible for the entire process, you can put auto response. If you are not the one that will be responsible for that adjustment, then you need to go and put approval required. And the same thing goes to when you are doing balance adjustment. I will come to balance adjustment shortly too. So when you come to this level, it's only you that has the approval rights that can go to approve this price change. So incidentally, if somebody has done this one behind you, you are not aware, it cannot be affected on your system until you approve it. If it's not what you want, you just delete. If it is something you want to accept, you just come to approve. And you will now see this approval, and I will go and check our prices now for your products. If you go to the product now, you will see that this particular product, as the price has changed. So this is 800 Naira now. So this is a new price. And the date it was changed was June 2, 2022. It will give you details, and you can even print out this particular system. So what it means is on this system, you can change the price of items you have. Let me take us to balance adjustment. Balance adjustment means all the products you have accepted as what you are going to be selling to your buyers. This is the place where you will set the quantity. And what do you do? What is document type you are doing? You want to do receipt, maybe you just receive it, or because you want to set this system up newly, you can say adjustment. So you go to your current system, just say stock updates. You go to your current system, look at the product you want to pick, just come here. What product am I going to pick? I want to select the product I've already accepted I want to be selling, which you have to do at add product. When you select this quantity, it will this product to tell you this is the product you want to add to. It will tell you what what quantity, I just said quantity at time, which means what is the current quantity on your current system. If it is 5,000, just put 5,000. Now it will now tell you adjusted quantity in order. Do you have any particular quantity that you have already sent order for that your supplier, that is the host, the manufacturer, or the importer are going to send to you? If there is not, just put 0. Now you are now saying that this system, what is the quantity should it get to that the system will generate reorder? That the system can now say, this system, you need to reorder your product from your supplier. If I put 1,000 quantity, it means when my sales drops to 1,000, this system will generate for me the reorder. And then I will now say, what is the reorder quantity that I want to buy? Each time I'm buying 5,000. And what do? You add. It's telling me the quantity pack is required. Okay, 6. So let me go by again. So let me just go back. I think there was a place I didn't fill. So let me just go back and start it afresh. So once there's an issue, it will tell you some things are not right. So for example, I'm saying I'm doing adjustments, stock up. And then what am I doing? I'm trying to pick this particular item by 24. By 24, I pick the quantity, the pack size. Now it tells me that this is what I have currently. Once I pick this, it will tell me this is what I have currently. Your current quantity on order is 55, current at hand is this, your current reorder level is this, and the reorder quantity is this, current reorder level is 500. So when you look at this system, it means I may not be able to reorder it because I already have the system in excess. So you just add if it is less than that. So that's how to do that particular level of transaction. So once this has been done, that is when your system is set for transaction. However, for you to be able to use this system, you find that this system asks you to, that this transaction will cost you 20 naira, 5 naira. There's a place this system has when you come to this system afresh. It's going to tell you to activate your accounts. Okay, this system, if you are there for the first time, there is something that you will see at this end, this dashboard. You will see activate accounts. But because this account has been activated already, that is why that activate will not be there. So if you are coming to this system for the first time, what you will see is that you will see activate account. Once you click on it, it will help you to put a minimum of 1,000 naira on your accounts. And once you put this 1,000 naira on your account, the system will give you additional 1,500 naira as bonus, which means you have 2,500 naira to be transacting on this platform. Without you having any balance in this account, you may not be able to respond to request because it will tell you there's no money in your wallet. So kindly go and credit your wallet. So for you to start afresh, once you open that system, you will see activate account on this side of the dashboard. And once you click on it, it will give you a opportunity to go and pay to the system, just 1,000 naira, and you get 2,500 naira transactional amount. So it is from there that it will be depleting one by one until you finish it before you can now add. So one of the things is that if you get an order and you don't know what, you can basically go to your system, the person that sent to you, because you will see the request of that supplier. Then you can even call to confirm that I got a request for quote from you, just to confirm, so that you can continue to go forward to respond to that request. So we are trying to show you what that particular page looks like once you get to this, once you get there. Once you open your page, you will see how to do the activate account. So that once you do that, you'll be able to come to the system to be able to work on it. So we're trying to open an account for you to see how it looks like once you come on the system. That's why you are seeing the screen we are doing now. Okay, so you can see it here now. Activate accounts. So once you come to activate accounts, it will tell you that that is what you do. You come here and you say activate your account with 1,000 naira and get 1,500 naira additional free. So this is only charges that this system will be requesting you to do each time you want, each one you're on this system. And once you're on this system, once you click on that, I think there's something I did now. Okay, once you're on this system, once you click this, you must check this wallet fund is non-refundable. Then you come to add fund to wallets. Once you click add fund to wallets, it will take you to a page where you can use your card to make payments to the bank, or you can pay to the bank directly, you can use transfer, you can use USSD, you can use Visa QR. You can use any method that is here. Just put the details here and then pay. Immediately the payment is done, what you will see is that your account here will be credited 1,000 naira on this wallet balance and 1,500 naira on this bonus balance. And that is what we are putting to you on how to activate your account. So once you do these payments, you will definitely be able to activate your account. You can definitely activate your account and you can see that your account can keep on running. That is how this particular level operates. Let me go back to this is the former account I was using. Let me log out from here and let me come to this place. So basically, this is how your account is, and each time once you have done the activation, you will not see that menu anymore. It is one-time bonus of coming to this system. That is what we have done. One-time bonus of coming to the system. Once that is done, you will not see that activate account anymore here. If you want to increase your account wallet subsequently, you just come to this page, click on my wallet, click on fund wallets. And once you click on fund wallets, you can choose how much you want to fund. I want to fund another 1,000 naira. You click wallet funding, then it will tell you add fund to wallet, and I can choose any means of which I want to pay with. I can use card, I can choose bank. It will show me the bank. You can tell me the bank to choose. There are two banks basically that I can use on this system, Uda Bank and Zenith Bank. If you use all two of those ones, it will go straight. Otherwise, you can go to transfer. In this transfer, it will generate an account number for you with Wema Bank. What you just do, you use the Wema Bank as the bank, use the account details as this, it will generate who supposed to, the account the money is going to, and you can continue. Once you have made the payment and it has gone, you have collected on your phone, successful, just click here, I have sent the money. Immediately, the system will credit your wallet account. Each time you are crediting your account, the payment will be coming to your wallet. And anytime we are giving you bonus, the bonus will be coming to this bonus balance. And you can use the tool to do your transaction on the system. No customer will pay through P2P to buy stock from you. So people cannot tell you they are paid to P2P. They cannot pay to P2P. They will pay to your personal account, which you have power to verify. That is what I want to say at this time. And let me also mention here that if there is any product that has entered reorder level, once you click on this particular column, it will generate. I don't have any product due for reorder. So if I have any product that is due for reorder, it will be populating it. And once I click it, it will open the cart for me. And I can add more items. I can choose the buyer I want to buy from, and I can send it to I can send for the supplier I want to buy from, and you can send to the company or the importer, depending on where you are buying your stock from. So those are the functionalities we have put on this system. And lastly, there's a place we call broadcast. Broadcast means if you are looking for a particular product, for example, and some people have it, you don't have it, you can come to this place, you can put it here. I want to buy atenolol. Maybe it's not available. Atenolol 50 milligram. You can even put the brand, maybe Poco. You can say 1,000 packets required. So if you do this, once you post it, so yes, our broadcasts also charges one-time deduction of 15 naira, and it will be on the system for 1 week. So for 1 week, everybody on the system, wherever they are, they will see it and they will respond to it. Immediately that is done, it will be populated on everybody's system. And if you go to the dashboard right now, you will see that particular request coming to my dashboard. You will see there now that Worldwide Drug Limited is looking for, the phone number will be there. So once you post, your phone number will be there. Anybody that has it can call you. Is looking for atenolol 50 milligram Poco, 1,000 packets required. You can post it. Now, if you also go to this system, there's a place you can also do product offload. Maybe you have some quantity of products that is nearing expiry. For example, maybe you have, and the products you have to do offload must be products on your system. If it's not there, you can't pick it. So if you come to product name, just select this. Now you pick the products from here. Products upload, the one that is nearing expiry. You pick it up from here. If you pick it from here, the system will ask you to put the expiry dates, the quantity you want to upload, and once you post it, it will come on the system that this particular buyer, if you look at this second section, you see Waiting Bay Pharmacy, as the phone number is there, so which means people can call you, have 50 packs of Plendil tablets, 10 milligram, expiring on June 12, 2022 for order. So people can call you. Maybe some of them, they have the need for the product in their location. They don't have, they can even use it to negotiate price with you so that you don't sell off, you don't waste your product on expiry if you cannot return it back to the company. So these are the features that this system has. And immediately, all these are there. This system also have a place where it has populated everything that people are looking for, which means when you go to a product broadcast under the under broadcast itself, you can see the list of items that people are looking for. So you can look at the one of them that pertains to you. If you want to buy, you can call the person that is selling it and you can buy. If you have what they are looking for, you can call the person that wants to buy it and you can sell. So this is how this system operates. I want to stop at this junction. I want to receive feedback because we are all running out of this time. Thank you very much. So comments at this junction. I want to welcome comments. Hello? Hello? Do we have any comments? Pharmacist Adebibe Sonny, any comments?
Please, I want to ask a question.
Okay, Delelbon, yes.
If I want to have transactions, does it generate an invoice? And does invoice will it be my company name?
Exactly. That is why we are saying you update your profile properly, your company logo, your phone, the company address, everything about your product, everything will be generated. Let me see if I can see any transaction that has any that I can look at for you to see.
And the invoice should be sent to the customer's email.
Yes, invoice. Yeah, it will be sent. The invoice will be sent to your customer. Okay, let's look at this.
Mr. Ibado, you are not sharing your screen yet.
Oh, sorry, my screen is not shared. It's okay. Let me quickly share my screen so that I can show it to you. So let me share the screen at this junction. Let me just show you this. So on this system now, anything you generate carries your, everything you generate carries your pharmacy details. And let me see a document that must have been generated on this system before now. Okay, this is a document. Okay, you can see something happen and say unable to write transaction for the location because this location is not verified. You see up here, there's a negative, what's it called? There's a cross mark. So if you're on the system and your account has not been verified, you may not be able to do any transaction. It's only the level where your transaction, the place that's verified, that you can go. So when you go to, let's go there again. This is the invoice list. Because that center is not verified, that's why we cannot see it. Let's look at this particular invoice. Once you click on print invoice, it will come up like this, and it will load a preview. So you can see, this is how the invoice will look like, and you can print it from your printer. If you want to print it out, if you're not printing it out, the customer will receive it this same way. It's going to be received at their end. And you will see that this transaction is
Can you expand this so we can see the logo? The logo of the company is there, up there.
The logo of the company is there. Let me see. I think I have to take it to PDF first for it to be expanded.
Oh, this one is not necessary.
So this is what we are trying to do. So you will see, hello, can we all see this? So you will see the details of your premises, the logo, the name, and the details of your organization is going to be sent along with this transaction. So that is how this, immediately you want to print, since your system is connected to the printer, you can print it out. Otherwise, if it's not connected to the printer, this is what the customer will get as a soft copy, and they can print it out at their own end.
Mr. Jibade, you are the only ones. You are the only one seeing what you are showing us. We are not seeing
it. We are not seeing it.
We are not seeing the PDF file.
Still loading from your screen.
No, apparently, maybe you are not sharing that particular screen.
It's not. I think
that screen where your PDF is showing. You are not sharing.
Yeah, it's not shared. It's not shared. Let me go to. Let me go back and share it now. Can we see it now?
Yes. We can see it now.
So this is what you will get as your invoice to your customer that is buying, and it will tell you that it's printed by you, and you also have the P2P platform as a logo there, and your company logo is going to be there also. So that is what this system can offer you on this particular transaction. So any other question?
Can it be sent to the company, to the customer's mail or WhatsApp?
No, it will go to the customer's system directly. The customer will receive it like that on his own system, and the customer can print out from the P2P platform.
So they can't enter their name.
Well, they can also use it. They can, if they want it to go to their email, then it means you as a person, you can redirect that transaction to their email, or they can upload to their own email. But this system, everything you have is already documented. Mr. Cyril, do you have any comment on that?
Yes, please. So normally, immediately you generate that invoice without you printing it out, because the invoice is to a customer. That customer is already automatically seeing that invoice. Immediately you generate it, he's seeing it. So you don't need to print and send to his email. You don't need to do anything. When he logs on to P2P, he's seeing that invoice already. He will get a notification that an invoice has been raised. When he clicks it, he's seeing the invoice the way you are seeing it too. But only him that you are sending it to is seeing it on this platform when they log on.
And also, if you need to share this document, since you already have the document downloaded, you can always attach it to a mail, maybe to a particular person within your business that needs to see it. you can always send it as well to the person, or share as the case may be.
Okay, thank you very much for those inputs. So which means you can actually send it by email because it's going to be downloaded on your system, and just like you saw me downloading it, then I can now attach it to my mail. So Pharmacist Adebimpe Sonny, can you unmute and ask a question?
Yes. Good morning, Taz and Mazda. Thank you very much for helping us with this program. We really appreciate it, especially myself. What I want to find out is regarding, or maybe the question I'll call it, regarding expiry date. At the point where you are generating your invoice, do you alert the customers the expiry date of product they are buying, or until it gets to the end, that's when they will know and then return? Because that is what happened in most cases. People don't know the expiry date of the products they are buying, but until it's been supplied, and they will tell you, sorry, it's too short dated for them to receive. That is one. Then the second one is there on this same platform any way you can do like a return? You don't want anything once it comes in, and it's through the same platform you are going to return, and they get the money refunded or deducted from the next invoice.
Okay, thank you very much, Pharmacist Sonny. Let me ask Mr. Cyril to take that question. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. Currently, optionally, we are not putting the expiry date in an invoice. However, it can be done. We can change the setting because expiry date can become available at the point of invoicing on this system. Currently, it's not, but we can make it available at the point of invoicing. If you are suggesting that when you send an invoice with expiry dates of products, then maybe the customer will choose whether he wants to go ahead and still pay for that invoice or he doesn't want to pay for that invoice. Then we can put it at the point of then we can put it at the point of invoice. We can make that those changes to the system at this point. Then on the issue of refund, now because refund can also be very complicated, it might not be the entire thing that they are returning. You might send an invoice of a document of 5,000 and they are returning only 2,000 watts. Now, if they are returning 2,000 watts, what you can do on the system is that you can generate a credit note for the amount they are returning. You can generate a credit note and it becomes their credit, because this system has a full-fledged credit management whereby people can pay with credit note, they can pay with credit facility, and they can do the normal transfer to your account. And you choose how you want your customer to be able to fulfill their order or pay for their order, either through credit note or through their credit facility, or make direct payments to your account before goods are released. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you. That really answers my questions. I hope it makes sense. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. So let's listen to other people. We want to give people enough room to ask whatever they ask now before we ask you to continue to chat on the WhatsApp group. And what I want to also mention is that this system is open to you because people already are buying from some supplier on this system. So if you want to also be able to sell, then that means you have to activate your account. And once your account is activated, you will be able to receive from other people. We are also taking a national training around the country for all the community pharmacists. So just like we said earlier on, this is a partnership between community pharmacists and the organization behind this system network to ensure that we bring all suppliers closer to the community pharmacists, thereby helping them to have access to a lot of stock and also helping our wholesalers too to have suppliers, buyers across the country. And just like we have mentioned it, there is a haulage platform here. So people can choose who to pick their stock on their bed. So it doesn't matter the distance. And we believe strongly that this is a starting point for a better pharmaceutical supply system in our country. So if there are no other questions, I think it would be a nice time for me to say thank you. And I will call on Mr. Benga Jadi for a short closing, short vote of thanks.
All right, thank you very much. I would like to appreciate everyone that was part of this meeting. Thank you for the opportunity to showcase what our system tends to offer. And like Mr. Gibadi has rightly said, the system is in production already. People are already using it to place their order. We will be waiting to receive you as part of our participant on the platform. and we hope we can always interact more on the WhatsApp group, and we can take it up from there. And any other suggestion you have based on probably when you start using the system, we can always bring it up and we can always relate together and find a way to improve the system the more. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day. Bye.
Please, I will need the WhatsApp link. I couldn't join the WhatsApp.
Okay, no problem. We will send it to you because I believe we sent to everybody. Maybe the link expired before you responded to it. So we'll send it again. Okay, thank you very much. And I wish every one of us a wonderful day. And we hope to see you on P2P doing your business. And also know that we're not going to leave you alone. Always reach out to us through the WhatsApp group that's already created. And if you have been receiving any any text messages at any time for this training, please use that number also to get in touch with us. So for any question, we'll be able to guide and put you through. Thank you so much and wish you a wonderful day. Bye.
Good day. Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Well appreciated.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. Well done. Well done.